Right, the court will call the case of Shaquita Jackson versus Budget Towing, case number 24C 2287.
Hello. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, here.
Okay.
Can you please state your name?
Patty
Hi.
Not you yet, Mr. Faddy. Miss Jackson, please state your name.
Hi. My name is Shaquita Jackson.
Thank you. And then, Mr. Faddy, if you could please state your full name.
Patty Salami.
Thank you. Will you both please, and I take it that we're still going forward with a rehearing on this small claims matter today, is that case?
Yes.
All right. This is an appeal. Please raise your right hand, Ms. Jackson. You swear and affirm that the testimony you're about to provide will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Mr. Salome, please raise yours. Do you do the same? Swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to provide is truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you. All right, Ms. Jackson, this is your case. You may proceed.
Okay. So I am bringing this case against Budget Towing, who was responsible for securing and storing my vehicle that contained my personal property. Budget failed to inventory and secure the vehicle which contained my personal property, which is why I'm bringing this claim against the defendant. I have provided the court and the defendant with the copy of the itemized list of the missing items, as well as the receipts as I was able to find, and the pictures of my personal property. And then just a brief description of.
Why was your car towed, ma'am?
I'm sorry, say that again.
Why was your car towed?
So I was getting to that. I was about to.
Okay, answer the question, please.
Oh, so it was towed because my son was driving the vehicle and he was pulled over.
All right. Go ahead. What else would you like to tell me?
On September the 6th, I entered in a contract with Budget Rental Car. I was in the rental car.
You didn't. How do you have a contract with them?
Because I rented the vehicle. I have a rental car. Go ahead.
From who?
Budget Rental Car.
Okay, go ahead.
So we have Budget Rental Car here as well as Budget Towings that was involved.
Okay, go ahead.
So yeah, on September the 6th, I rented the vehicle, which was a one-way, supposed to be a one-way vehicle going to Nashville, Tennessee. I was relocating out of the state of Michigan. The vehicle contained my personal property. When Budget, so the vehicle was pulled over on September the 8th when my son was driving the vehicle. Again, my Washington County Police Department towed the vehicle because my son was arrested. Budget took possession of the vehicle on September the 8th. On September the 9th, I made a contact with Budget Towing and I went to their facility to try to, and spoke with one of their receptionists to try to locate the vehicle so that we could get our personal property. I was told that I couldn't have access to the vehicle because there was a hold on the vehicle from Washington County Police Department. On September the 10th, I actually went down to Budget because when I spoke with them on September 9th, they stated they couldn't find the vehicle. I spoke with them. When I went down on September the 10th, they were able to find the vehicle. I was given a price to go pick up the vehicle. To pay the fees for the vehicle to be picked up. When I returned with the fees, I was told that the vehicle had a hold. I asked to obtain, if I could still obtain our personal property out of the vehicle. I was told no. I left and I contacted the Washington County Dispatch Towing Company, and I was provided with the officer's information. When I reached out to the officer, Officer Deputy Phillips, he indicated that there was not a hold on the vehicle. I do have a copy of that voicemail message if you would like to hear that. I also sent out a correspondence to the officer, and I received the email back from the officer indicating that there was not a hold on the vehicle. So on September the 13th, I'm sorry, going back to September the 10th, when I reached out to Deputy Phillips and he didn't return my call, the sergeant returned my call, Sergeant Beard. He the one that explained that there was not a hold on the vehicle. Now we're up to September the 16th. I still don't have the vehicle, nor do I know where the property is at, or am I getting access to my property in the vehicle. I went back to Budget Rental Company, where I rented the vehicle from on September the 16th. They told me that they had no access to the vehicle. They didn't know where the vehicle was at. I reached back out to Washington County Police Department on September the 16th to try to see if I can locate the vehicle. When I reached out to them on September the 16th, they indicated that the vehicle had been turned back over to Budget and that they could no longer help me. Budget Rental Company, I'm sorry. And then on September the 17th, I filed a complaint with the Attorney General's office regarding the vehicle because no one knew where the vehicle was at, and Budget still wasn't giving me my property out of the vehicle.
Which budget are you referring to now, ma'am?
Budget Towing Company.
Okay.
So Budget Rental Company is just the company that rented me the car, but I had went back to
They
them.
said they turned the vehicle back over to Budget Rental.
Right, on September the 18th. That's the information that I received from Washington County Police Department. However, from September the 18th all the way up to October the 7th, the vehicle was nowhere to be found. So I'm not sure when the vehicle was turned back over to Budget. However, what I do know is that my property was in the vehicle when Budget Towing took possession of the vehicle on September the 8th. And that's also per Officer Pearson, who was in charge of the towing. So I'm not sure how much more I need to say besides that, but that's the facts that I have regarding the case. And per, I guess, the Michigan Garage Keeper Liability Act, I feel that Budget is responsible for or liable for our personal property because it was in the vehicle that was in their possession.
Mm-hmm. Mr. Salome?
Yes, Your Honor.
Response, please.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Your response, please.
Oh, Your Honor, the property, she has a whole department store full of stuff that's supposed to be in the car. I don't really know what she had in the vehicle. She says on September 8th, the property was in the vehicle. When the vehicle was impounded, it was in the commission of a crime. The police did an inventory. The stuff she says is in there is not on the list. What is on the list is cash, drugs, and a gun.
Is there an inventory list somewhere?
No.
Mr. Salome, do you have an inventory list?
Oh,
sir?
the Washington County Sheriff's Office did a impound form on it. It should be in the file with the court. If not, I can find it and read it to you if you'd like.
Did you file something with the court with the inventory list on it, sir?
Me?
Yes.
No. We've been going through this, Your Honor, and
Well, I know you have. This is an appeal, but you said it should be in the file, and I'm trying to figure out how it got there.
I would assume that the Washington County Sheriff's Department made it accessible through the other judges. We had discussed it. They never said that they did that.
First of all, there was no other judge. I'm the only judge. That was a magistrate.
I apologize.
And then secondly, sir, they were dismissed from the case before all they filed was a motion for summary disposition. I believe that was this case that they were dismissed from. So they never filed anything with this court, and we don't go look for things. So if there's something that you want the court to take into consideration, then you have to file it.
Okay, Your Honor, I understand now. I did not know that prior because in the previous court cases, I just put it up to the screen and they read it that it was from the county.
She's new, so
No problem. I will provide it if possible. If you'll accept it from me at this moment.
of course.
Sorry, there's just a bazillion staples trying to keep it all organized and
While you look for that, while the vehicle was
right here, ma'am.
Can you, do you have the ability to scan that and send it to
I
me,
can.
please?
Let me scan it for you. Yes.
Chat here, where he should file it.
All right, the email was sent to you in the chat. You need to,
I'll do it right now.
okay, thank you. The court's going to pass that for a moment. All right, you need to state your names for me again, please.
Shaquita Jackson.
Babby Salome.
Thank you. All right, I am in receipt of this impound vehicle supplemental report. And the report indicates that in terms of personal property, there was assorted clothes, marijuana, and heavy front end damage to the vehicle. All right. Mr. Salome, you may continue.
Basically, Your Honor, the vehicle was impounded by Washington County Sheriff's Office. They did an inventory. That was what's in there. Came into our care and custody. Budget Rental Car is the owner of the vehicle. They're the ones who redeemed the vehicle.
All right. When did it come into your custody? When was it released?
Where did I just put your file? Oh.
By the way, everybody's still on the oath.
Okay.
Vehicle was impounded on 9/8 at 4:31 was when it was received. It was completed on 5/16 at 9/8, brought back to our lot, released to the registered owner on 9/13 on 2022 at 1:51 p.m.
Was there a hold on the vehicle by the sheriff's department at any point
No,
in time?
just an impound.
All right. Well, you heard the testimony from Miss Jackson, she says she called to try to come and get her belongings, or she came there actually to try to get her belongings.
The Washington County Sheriff's Office policy is to not allow anybody but the registered owner into the vehicle. Since it was a rental vehicle, only Budget Rental could pick it up, or they could give her the assignment to act in their behalf as the responsible party.
All right. All right. Is there anything else that you would like me to know about this matter?
Are you asking me?
Yes, Mr. Salome, you're the one who's testifying right now.
Yeah, okay. The only thing I would say is that the Impound was done according to the Washington County Sheriff's Office's policy. Everything was done by the book, and the condition that it was in is the same condition as it was taken from us.
All right. The same, okay, when are you saying that the same condition you received it in is the same condition that you released it?
Correct.
Okay. All right. Ms. Jackson, anything else from you, ma'am?
I just want to state that I was initially told by the budget that the car had a hold on it, which was the reason why I couldn't obtain my personal property on the day that I went to their location. And also, when I requested to get my personal property out of the vehicle, there was their policy that stated on their towing bill of rights that by law they had to release my personal property to me. I was under the assumption that the reason it wasn't released is because there was a hole, but I just heard him say that it wasn't a hole. This is my first time hearing him say that. But I also believe that because the budget has a contract with the Washington County Sheriff Department, and their policy states that they were supposed to release the personal property to me, and they didn't. They neglected to release the personal property to me is the reason why the items probably came up missing. And I think that they're liable and should be held accountable for our personal property.
And in the Washington County Sheriff's Towing Bill of Rights, do you see that they are supposed to release it to you?
On page 4.
First of all, I don't see page numbers. So can you please tell me under which, let's see, it's at the very top. 1 second. I see what you're saying. All right. So page 4, where?
It's at the very top.
It says it must allow the owner of the vehicle. You're not the owner of the vehicle, ma'am. That's the problem here. If it was your,
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Based on the budget contract. Go ahead.
If it was your car, you would be the owner of that, but you're not the owner. The owner is budget rental, not you. So you would have to get an assignment, like he just said, from budget rental to be able to come back to get belongings from that car.
But based on budget contract that I provided to you guys and what I spoke to budget, they stated that that wasn't their policy, that they would, I had a contract with them, so I'm responsible for that vehicle.
You are responsible for the vehicle, but it doesn't make you the owner of the vehicle.
Right, but if I guess I was not aware that if I have a rental agreement with the company that the vehicle is not registered to me, and the vehicle is not mine. I mean, anything that happens to the vehicle, I would be responsible for the vehicle. So,
right, I understand. Right, I can see how you might be confused about that, but this says the owner of the vehicle, not someone who is renting it. The owner of the vehicle, and the reason for that is because when a vehicle becomes damaged or is involved in any activity, the actual owner, not the renter of the vehicle, has to become responsible for that vehicle again. So,
but then I have a claim in my insurance though that's paid for the vehicle.
Okay, I understand that. All right.
So does that not make? Okay, go ahead. Okay. Well, I just was explaining that a claim was open from budget rental car against my insurance, and I had to pay for the damages. So I was technically responsible for that vehicle.
Yeah, so, you are. That doesn't make you the owner.
Okay. So because I was not the owner, I wasn't, they're not liable for getting my personal property back to me.
That is correct, ma'am.
Okay.
Because you're not the owner and you didn't get an assignment from them. You have to go in and get a document that says that you have the authority to go in and take things from that car once it has become involved in criminal activity and is with the contractor.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, for those reasons, ma'am, your claim is denied. All right. Thank you, ma'am. I'm sorry.
Are we dismissed, Your Honor?
Yes, sir. You're all set. Thank you.
Thank you.